as a professional speaker, my instrument is my voice. And anytime anything happens in our lives, we're taught in New Thought, Ancient Wisdom. What would Louise Hay say about that, right? What is the lesson? What is the inner knowing? And I realized my topic that I picked before I came here was how to align with the divine. And when we align with the divine, it's not only about speaking, praying, asking for what we desire. It's about stepping back and listening, hearing, and taking that inspired action. So what better opportunity for me to practice what I preach by not being able to talk? By being able to listen, to receive the divine downloads that we are getting all of the time. Yet, we're so connected to our iPads, iPhones, laptops, computers, but we are not as connected to our higher self. And what I realize is every time my notification goes off of my phone, the text message comes in, the email comes in. Does anybody else like this? Before it was phones that used to ring, but no one calls anymore, right? But we respond, right? Or we react. We have to get it. We have to fix it. We have to do it. But what I'm asking us today is to reconnect and to realign with the information that we have within us. That all of the answers we have come from aligning with the divine. And what we're taught in our practice is that we can hear these messages through meditation. How many of you love meditation? Every day you wake up, okay, good, my people here. How many of you have a rigorous practice of meditation? How many of you are living, moving, and having your being in meditation? Yes, wonderful. So then you're already doing this. But one of the things that I reminded myself, just as the alarm bell goes off in the morning, and it says get up, mine says align with the divine. And I do align with the divine. I sit, I meditate, and then I get on the 405. And instantly, all of my consciousness of higher self goes out the window, and I get into fear and panic and anxiety. He's trying to kill me, she's trying to run me over. Will that truck see me, right? And all of a sudden, I'm disconnected. And I realized for me, maybe not for you, but I'm a little bit high-strung, a little bit of an adrenaline addict, a recovering one. But I need to have my entire day be a practice of mindfulness. Not just meditation, 15 minutes a day or 15 minutes at night, but to live, move, and have my being in a state of meditation. And so what I realized is that the bell, remember Pavlov and his bell, right? Everybody know Pavlov? Every time the bell would ring, the dogs would salivate. They were trained to be hungry. What I'm inviting us to do is every time that bell, and this bell can be the alarm bell on your cell phone that goes off every hour, that just asks you, where is my attention? Where is my attention? Is it on my intention to be that loving being? Is it on my intention to allow more inner peace? Where is my attention? Is it on the space of perfect health? Because you know what I always say, where's Cindy Lou? That our ego, that is not our amigo, our enemigo, will say, well, what about fear? Come over to me. Lack, limitation, and scarcity is right here for you. All fear, all the time, right? Getting us in, out of the vortex and into fear. But we have the ability to align with the divine each and every hour by simply setting an alarm to align with the divine. In fact, let's do it together, because we are all practitioners, not just the people that raise their hand are practitioners. As New Thought, Ancient Wisdom students, we need to practice this to feel it. Like they said in the beginning, our thoughts are form. Thought precedes form. But it's not just enough to say the words. We have to feel it and we have to be it. So when I ring this bell, I want you to stop, drop, and be still. Okay, ready? And when you're going to be still, you're going to uncross your legs and have your palms up. This is not a drill. This is real life. Okay, ready? Okay. Just like pretend it's like a text message, your most important message from G-O-D. Ready? Take a breath. Now let go. Let out the sound of ha. Just release it. Again. Take a breath. One more time just for fun. Open your eyes. It's something that we can do anywhere, anytime. In our car, in our workplace. You feel more peace? We feel more peace because when we turn within, we're connected to the capital T truth of who we really are. That we are in a space of being all provided. We are in a space of being all protected. We are in a space of being all needs met. We are the vessel and the channel for the divine to literally live through us. But if we don't connect, we forget. We get into that scarcity. But I am going to give you, like I always do, an acronym to stay connected. You guys love my acronyms, right? You know Deborah Deras brings you some acronyms. So I have a new acronym for you, and it's called Everybody say it. Try to roll it, just for fun, like Eartha Kitt. Add some little to it, right? So P is for perception. And how we see the world is how we experience the world, right? We all know that. And we all know that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing but expecting different results. And so as we are growing and evolving in consciousness, all of us are here growing and evolving, we are ready to go to the next level of our evolution. And when we see the world, we can't see the world from yesterday's vision. We have to open our eyes each and every moment and see our perception of the world differently. But how we see the world is how we experience it. So if we are focused on the lack, limitation, scarcity, that's what we'll see. Let's just do an experiment. I want everyone in the room to pay attention to everything that's yellow, everything that's golden. Just pay attention. All right. And now close your eyes. Now I want you to recall everything that was green. Tricky, right? Open your eyes. So whatever we focus on, we pay attention to. How many green things could you count? Not that many. You weren't looking for that. So the P stands for focusing on perception. And when we are aligned with the divine, connected, even by our breath, 6 seconds of mindfulness, of awareness, where is my attention? And we can ask ourselves, am I focused on best case scenario? What is the possibilities today? Or am I focused on worst case scenario? This was a very interesting experiment that I did. I found last year when I fell off the wagon of meditation. You know, there's a wagon you get on and fell off. I was like, oh, I'll just skip it today. Mañana wana syndrome, right? I'll do it tomorrow. Mañana. Mañana didn't come. Interesting happened when I forgot the meditation. All of a sudden, these thoughts of fear started coming back. These thoughts of anxiety, because I hadn't put the fertilizer. You see, when we pray, we're asking. And yes, when we ask, it is given. But if we really want to receive at a pace that's going to be in our desire in this lifetime, we need to fertilize it with the meditation. The meditation fertilizes our prayers. It allows us to experiencing it with ease, with grace, even faster and even easier. Because our perception is, it's already done. We are living, walking, and breathing from the perception of it's already done. Think about whatever it is that you're praying for right now. How would you think? How would you perceive? How would you feel if you knew it was already done? There wouldn't even be a hesitation. There wouldn't even be a frown line or a worry line, right? You would just be like, it's done, it's done, it's done. And that's the perception that we are claiming as we align with the divine. Let's try it again. Take a breath. Really let out any fear and anxiety. Let's just leave it here. Take a breath. That when we leave this service, we are not the same. We are aligned. Breathe in. One more time. Now open your eyes. Each time we do it, there's less to exhale, right? There's less angst. There's less frustration. There's less contraction. And the second E, it's brr, but it's an E. So it's P-E-R-R. And the E is for expectation. What if we expected a miracle? I had a business partner that I started my company, Synergy Unlimited, with. Her practitioner named Adelaide O'Denton. We wrote our book together, Confessions of an Adrenaline Addict. And her tagline was always, expect a miracle. Expect a miracle. And it's really important that all of us as light bearers and way showers and leaders in our spiritual community do that. Because right now we're living in a world that's really, really, really fear-based, right? So we as practitioners in this path have to hold the consciousness, not just for ourselves, but because we are thought bearers in our world. Our light brings every single person up. But are expecting that miracle, even the little things in our life, expecting that miracle in our health condition. I was expecting the miracle, in 4 days, I can go from no voice to voice. Yes. Expect a miracle in our finances, right? My mom, my prayer partner, when we pray together, we let go and we let God. We don't think about it or worry about it or fear about it ever again. Once we say amen, it is done for the fertilizer that is our meditation practice, that is our mindfulness practice. If you can't take the 15 minutes a day in the beginning at the night, take the 1 minute. Have your cell phone not be a disconnection machine, but be a reconnection machine to allow you to align with the divine, to allow you to remember the truth of who you are. And when we go to expect that miracle, that each and every day we can ask ourselves, wouldn't it be nice if this miracle happened? Wouldn't it be nice if this would unfold? And then let go. Let go. Take a breath. Really let it go. Really think of something on your mind that's been troubling you and let it go with this next breath. Gone. And the r is from shifting from reacting to responding. Because when we are in our ego mind that lives in scarcity and lack, limitation, and fear, it doesn't see possibility. But in the place of reacting, we are going right toward the lower level of consciousness that is fear, worry, pain, scarcity. But when we switch over to the responding, we can be still and know that the divine lives within us. And that as we take that time to go within, we never go without. Never, ever do we go without when we go within. because we're responding from a place of capital T, truth, of capital T, of abundance, of love, of peace, of harmony. But it starts with releasing the idea that we need to do it, that we need to make it happen. You see, as an adrenaline addict, I always thought that it needs to be more is better, faster is better, and that activity was productivity. But really anchoring these principles of new thought, I realized it's not from me at all. It is through me. It is through us. That as we allow the divine to take over, no longer are we figuring it out. No longer are we running our lives. We are allowing God, the divine creator of all, to be in the driver's seat. We're here. We're the co-creator, the passenger saying, but if we told God, you know what, I think you should go left. But God's laughing at you like, yeah, there is something that's going on the road. That's why I'm guiding you this way. Because our internal GPS, our intuitive positioning system, which is our intuition, guess what we hear? We hear it when we turn within. We hear it when we're still. But we have to be willing to get still. We have to be willing to trust. And if 15 minutes is too much in the beginning and the end of the day, then let's do 1 minute every hour. How many hours are there a day that you're awake? 12, right? That's 12 minutes. Can you take 12 minutes to allow your visions, your goals, your intentions to be fertilized on fruitful, abundant soil? Take a breath. Let it go. Take a breath. Let it go. Now I want you to imagine any situation in your life that has been concerning you. Any condition, any circumstance, any family or health or financial situation, and bring it up to the center of your mind. And I want you to see it through your eyes. And just pay attention to the thoughts that you have about it. Is it best case scenario or worst case scenario? And let's shift our perception about this situation by imagining yourself seeing the same situation, but you're standing on a beautiful mountaintop. And you're seeing your life from a new perception. You're seeing your life from the divine, from all needs met, from this too shall pass, from everything happens in its perfect and divine time. And I want you to see this problem, this challenge, this issue dissolving as you see it through the eyes of the divine, as you see it through the eyes of truth. And I want you to pay attention to how do you feel about this issue now that you know it's already done. What is the feeling that you have in your body? Is it peace? Is it calm? Is it faith? Is it wholeness? Is it love? And I want you to imagine yourself in your life. How do you act knowing that it's already done? How do you act? What behaviors do you have? How do you live, move, and have your being? And what is the demonstration now that this is no longer an issue? It is dissolved into the nothingness in which it came, and you are now renewed, restored, and realigned. Take a breath. Breathe it in. Let it go. Take a breath. Let it go. Take a breath. Let it go. And so how grateful we are to feel into this feeling tone, this vibration of our prayers already answered. That the fertile soil of aligning with the divine, of being present, of being mindful, of taking the time each and every day to meditate, to be mindful, to be aware, and asking ourselves, where is my attention? Where is my attention? Is it on the possibilities? Is it on the miracles? And allowing these miracles to be made manifest. Not tomorrow, not mañana, right here and right now. That we just allow our perceptions of our life to be on our intention. That we focus on that best case scenario. That we expect that miracle. We shift from reacting to responding from a place of truth. And our life becomes a constant practice of meditation, of mindfulness, of flowing and allowing ease and grace. And so that we know when two or more are gathered in agreement, that this intention that we have planted right now on fertile soil is already done. And so we allow it to be by saying together, and so it is.